Good afternoon. Allie McCabe, Canton. Basically my whole life except first few months I lived in Stoughton. I'm a student. I just finished my sophomore year. My two parents and my three sisters. Matt and Jen. Friday and Saturday, I believe. Canton High School. Soccer, hockey, and lacrosse. Hockey season. It started with a team dinner at my house. The hockey team came over. We had dinner. Then I went to my sister's basketball game at the Canton High School. Then I was hanging out with two of my friends. We were driving around. The night ended with me driving Colin Albert home. Yeah, it was usually like the night before a game. It was at my house. I'm not exactly sure. The basketball games typically start around 6:30, so assume around then. My younger sister, varsity. My parents, I'm not sure about my sisters. I drove and I arrived later than my parents. A little Ford Fusion. I was just driving around with two of my friends. As we were driving, we came across a dog on the side of the street. We knew a snowstorm was coming, so we picked the dog up and then brought it to the police station and then drove the dog back to where its owner's house. Avery, Nadosi, and Danielle Seaman. Through Canton, pretty aimlessly, just driving on Elm Street. The dog ran over to the car when we stopped and picked the dog up, and we didn't really know what to do with it, so we brought it to the police station. White, it was small, it was white and brown, not sure what type. I went in the police station, the dog stayed in the car with one of my friends. As I was walking in and telling the officer that I found a dog, he got a call from the owner, and she was like, oh, can you return my dog, please? I've known Colin since I've been born. Our families are very close. We went to high school together, growing up in the same friend group. So yeah, we're very close. He texted me and was asking for a ride, and then I responded, drove, and got him. Texted him when I arrived. No, that's common. He knew I was driving that night, so it's pretty common. Our friends, we always just drive each other around and stuff. I knew they were going out after the basketball game, but no, I didn't know. I have their Life 360. They have mine, so I wasn't sure though. It's more them keeping track of me. It was around midnight, not exactly but around midnight. Albert's house, 34 Fairview. My aunt and uncle and my cousins. My mother's sister. It was little Brian's birthday. I was at another friend's house. After I drove Avery and Danielle home, I went somewhere else. I knew he was there. Could have been a phone call. I'm not sure. There's other apps as well. For example, like Snapchat. I believe in the driveway on the left side. Not entirely sure. I just believe that. I texted him saying, here. It was starting to snow. Nothing crazy. Lights on in the house. That's it. His house and then my house. Normal. I don't know the address, but his new house, not the one where he was neighbors with John, the newer house. It's in the center of town, close to the library. It's like condos. I'm not sure exactly, but yeah, townhouses. 5 minutes. Got out of the car, went inside, got the key, locked it, went inside. I always wait for him because it's like how he has to open the first door to get inside. So I usually just wait for everyone to get inside. Probably, I don't remember what we were talking about. I believe home. Not exactly. I would ask a little bit before 12:30, around that time. I know I talked to my dad on the phone when we found the dog. Other than that, no. Not long. I don't know. Yes, I believe. I'm not sure what time, but on a Zoom. I believe two. Yuri maybe was one of them. Text messages with Colin, maybe pictures, definitely the text messages. An iPhone 14 Pro Max, that was in August. I upgraded everything. This is from my phone, my text messages. Colin's contact information at a later date, January 28th, because it's his phone. Colin. Sorry, I'm confused.
Do you understand the question?
For a while, years. Did I take them? Both pictures of Colin. One's with my aunt, the other's just him and some other people. Blocked off. They were taken at the Albert's house. One of their sons were coming home from the Marines, so it was like a welcome home party a few weeks after. Good afternoon. For years. I'm 20. Yeah, around middle school. No, I was confused. Sorry. It's deleted off the phone. Okay, I'm not sure what time. Yeah, I got a new phone. I believe I got a new phone. Transfer through iCloud, everything transfers over. Oh, what did I do? Possibly. No, I'm not aware of that. Not on me. Now I know I didn't know that. I didn't do that. Colin. Yes, I assume so. He responded saying okay, and then he came out to the car. Colin and I. I'm the blue bubble, and he is the gray, whitish bubble. 11:54, and then I responded at 11:55. You can get me now if easier. Okay, I am driving people home now. He responded, word, get me after. 12:10 a.m. He responded at the same time saying, okay, it's Colin. They were taken February 11th, the Alberts, Nicole and Brian's house, 2022. One of Nicole and Brian's sons were coming home from their Marines, so there was like a welcome home party with family and friends. Colin and my auntie Coco. They call it their library. It's the room in the back. Good afternoon. He's one of my best friends. No, I was never asked. No, it wouldn't have been relevant at that time because Colin was not at the house and wasn't introduced as being there until later. When I was asked the phone, my old phone, I talked to state troopers, but I don't know if that was before or after. Then after 20, it will delete the message from your phone. True? Yeah. I believe one's blue and one's green. I guess I didn't. Once I set my phone up, I have no reason to change the time. They did not do that. I believe I drove up Fairview. Then, sorry, I don't know the streets. Yeah, so Chapman, really bad with directions. When I got there, I went to the center of town, his house. I don't know specifically which way. I'm trying to think of it. I can't picture it. Before around 12:30-ish, I guess. I thought I went home. I believe I went home, completing my drive at my house. Can I see what you're referring to? What time did it say I arrived at? And what time did it say I arrived at high school? It wouldn't have taken me 2 minutes to go from the high school to my house. I'm confused. What do you mean? Oh, like put in a location, like that was home, that was high upgrade, probably. Well, I'm not sure, but on the photo he showed me, it says like turn Wi-Fi on. So that like reminded like to turn Wi-Fi on. So that could have affected the accuracy. Every single one. 7-8 minutes, 10, I'm not sure. Because Colin Albert wasn't in the house. Then it was brought up here that he was by offense. Well, basically harassment, bloggers, people online. Colin wasn't at the house, so he's being harassed he was not at the house when John was there, so I drove him home. So people are harassing him saying he was at the house when it's not true. Constant phone calls, emails, awful messages, people showing up at our house, people emailing my school, just like a lot of harassment. Okay, I'm sorry. Very long time. Yeah. Now I know I didn't know that. I didn't do that.